What is up today, YouTube? So I told you guys today this video is about my new tattoo. But before we get into my new tattoo, I want to talk about all my tattoos because my tattoos are basically a roadmap to who I am. Now, of course, there's many important things that are not tattooed on my body, either yet or will ever be. But it does, all of them have meaning to me, and I get them to show other people what that means to me. So we're going to start with my first one, and I want to start with some backstory on it. And my first one is this one. So the backstory to it is my parents were never against tattoos. Up until a few years ago, my mother only had one and my father only had one. My mother recently got a new one about a year and a half ago. But when I was, mid-teens, young teens, they only had one, each of them. And so they were never against them, but they were against me sneaking off and getting one, which is understandable. You don't want your kids to do that. You don't want basement room tattoos. So my mother made an agreement with me when I started high school and my brother that when we graduated college, she would pay for our first one. And that was her incentive of us not running off and getting one. So I went all the way through college and I hit my last semester and I knew I was going to graduate. There was no way I wasn't. And I really, really started thinking about what I wanted to get. So I did bounce different ideas off myself. I looked on Google, looked at different things, and I came up against two. One was about 170, and it was a martial art tattoo. Before I got into skating, there was 10 years where I dedicated to martial arts, and I actually became very, very close. I was about a year away from a black belt, and my teacher ended up passing away. So that was really sad. And the other one was a skate tattoo. And I really didn't know which one I wanted, but the skate tattoo was 250, the martial art tattoo was 170. So when I graduated, I had called shops around, that's how I know what the prices were, and I went to my mother and said, hey, how much are you willing to spend on this tattoo? Because if it was 150, I'd get the martial art one. If it was 200, then I could choose either one. And she actually said to me, well, I was thinking $100. Now, if you guys don't know, in an actual tattoo parlor, $100 may buy you a skull this big. Very tiny. $100 barely covers shop minimal. So it's impossible to get a big, decent tattoo for $100. A few weeks later, I saw my sister. I talked with my sister, and she loves tattoos. She has plenty of them. And she actually gave me $150 so I could get that Thrasher tattoo. So I love my mother, and I love my sister, and they're the only reasons why I was able to get my Thrasher tattoo. So, now, why did I get the tattoo? I got the Thrasher tattoo because I wanted something recognizable. I'm a huge Transworld fan, huge Thrasher fan, huge Skate Mag fan. But out of the magazines, Thrasher, of course, does have the most recognizable logo. And I wanted people to know I'm a skater. I'm a skater at heart, and I will die a skater. And I got it, and I love it. It is one of, I only have 4 tattoos, so they're all one of my favorites, but I do love the tattoo. And I got it in the summer, so I wore shorts a lot, and I got a lot of compliments on it. But one thing that finally, about 9 months later, decided that I needed another one is I was in Zoomies, and a guy saw it, and he complimented me. He was an employee, and he said, that looks like mine, and he pulls up his sleeve, and on his wrist he has the identical image, just the Thrasher logo. And we were talking, and I said to him, well, how long have you skated? Because one thing that has been aggravating me this whole time since I got it was everyone would say, that's awesome, do you even skate? And that was annoying to me, and you realize a lot of non-skaters get skate tattoos. So this Zoomies employee leaned in real close and said that he didn't get it because he skated. He got it so that he could sell more products. I don't know if you guys know, Zoomies guys not only make minimum wage, but they also get a commission off sales. So he got it just to try to make more money. And that kind of aggravated me because I got it to show who I am. That's when I went and I met with the artist who has done all of my other work. And I got my skate rat that you guys have seen. Wow, this is horrible. Whatever. Skate rat. Show the picture. I met him. I gave him a ride home. He was tattooing a friend of mine. And I met him and I talked with him. And he said he really liked doing cartoonish style. So I hit him up, and I said, I want a skate rat, the living embodiment of a skate rat. And I wanted it in 90s hip-hop style, Brandon Biebel style, baggy clothes. That's what I wanted. And he really nailed it. And actually, he opened up a shop, and it only lasted about a year. His partners pulled out. A lot of, things happened. But in the shop, he had this huge picture of my forearm, and I guess a lot of people loved it. And a lot of people actually wanted the identical image tattooed on them, because I am the only one in the world that I know of that has this tattoo. And he actually kept denying people that he wouldn't do it. He would do a version of it, but not mine. He wouldn't give it to someone else. And I guess one guy actually got mad and wouldn't get a tattoo by him. But let's fast forward a little further, and, well, real quick I'll say, that skate rat shows who I am. I am straight up a skate rat, and I will die a skate rat. And no longer can someone say, oh, do you even skate? Well, come on, I got a skate rat, guys. So let's go into tattoo number 3. So the HandSkate logo. I waited until I was on the company for a year and a half because it was a new company, relatively, when I got on it, and I didn't know if it would last. I didn't know if it would end up being like a novelty. Like when I was younger, a lot of people loved silly bands, but, they didn't last long. So after I rode for the company for a year and a half, I realized the company would be around for a while, and to me, a year and a half was enough time that I wanted to solidify this, and I wanted to remember this forever. So I got their logo tattooed on me. Now, my skin rejected some of the ink. It happens. And hopefully one of these days, after my new one heals and that, I will go back to the artist and we're going to touch some things up. But it's obviously the HandSkate logo. And I got that. They've been supplying me with boards for a while, and that's awesome. If you guys don't know who I am yet, my name is Cody Powell, and I am a professional handboarder. If you do not know what a handboard is, it's what this is. So, there's not much to say about that other than I wanted to remember it forever. God forbid my apartment goes up in the flames, the company closes down, and I have no boards left to remember it in the box, and that I wanted something always to remember it. So, now we're going to get into my last tattoo, which is this. Alright, YouTube, I accidentally deleted the last clip talking about my new tattoo. It is a grease monkey because I am a mechanic. Trying to block the light a little bit, because I am a mechanic and I do it 50 hours a week, and it's something I do enjoy doing. It is my career. I went to college for it, and I accidentally deleted this clip when I was with my fiance. She was getting a tattoo, so check out the bonus clip. There'll be a photo of hers. It came out amazing. I like it. She loves it. It's awesome. But drop a comment down below what you guys think about my tattoos. Which one's your favorite? And that's about it. I hope you guys enjoyed me telling stories about why I got the 4 tattoos I have now, and we'll have to decide on what the 5th one will be. Well, I'll have to decide. As always, thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. Have a great day, and make sure you decide what you want on your body before you go out and make any decisions about a tattoo. That's very important to know. Have a great day, guys.